Hello, everyone. We've made it through another week, another difficult week. And as Shabbos approaches, we hope that it will bring with it blessings of peace and healing and strength to all those who need it. This week's Erev Shabbos video, Dvar Torah, is sponsored by Jackie Brenner in memory of her brother Alan, Hanan Simcha ben Velvel, Zichrono Livracha, and also her mother Arlene, Risa Elka bat Natan HaKohen, Zichrono Livracha, whose yortzeit she'll be observing on the 4th and 9th of Cheshvan, respectively. Their neshamas should have an aliyah. Their memories should be a blessing, and we thank you, Jackie, for the sponsorship. Thank you very much. In one of the ways that we are trying to stay connected and to keep Israel in our mind, in our hearts, and in our davening, at the everyday minyan between Mincha and Marav, we have switched, and we are now learning the Mishnayos that talk about the mitzvos that only apply in the land of Israel, mitzvos hatzliyos ba'aretz, the agricultural mitzvos. And we began this week Meseches Peah, which begins talking about the mitzvah of Peah, to leave a corner of the field unharvested for those in need to come and be able to take it. And Meseches Peah opens up with a Mishnah known to many because it appears in the Siddur after Birchas HaTorah that we say in the morning. The Mishnah says, Elu dvarim she'ein lahem shiur. The following mitzvos in this upcoming list do not have a shiur, do not have a set amount of how to perform them. You can perform them in any amount. Most mitzvos have a shiur. They're measured, weight counted. That's how halacha works. Most mitzvos, almost every mitzvah, either has a minimum. For example, let's say the lulav must be at least 4 handbreadths long. Some mitzvahs have a maximum, that the sukkah can be up to 20 amos tall. It can't be taller than that. There's an upper limit. But these mitzvahs, the Mishnah says, ein lashir, on a Torah level, there is no minimum, there is no maximum, ein lashir lamata, ve'ein lashir lamala. And what are these mitzvahs? Hapeya, the amount that you leave at the corner of your field for someone in need. It could be very small or it could be very large, according to the Torah. Vabikurim, the first fruits that you set aside, how many or how much of the first fruits you'll set aside, there's no shiur. Vare yaon, the offering that you would bring when you come to the base of Mikdash on one of the Shalosh Regalim, how big or small the animal is, there is no set amount. Ugemilas chasadim, acts of loving kindness, the Talmud Torah and the study of Torah. Let us focus on Gemilas chasadim, which is our theme this year at Shul and in these Erev Shabbos videos of our Torahs. There is no shiur for an act of chesed. Even the smallest deed is an act of chesed, and the more you give, the more chesed you are accomplishing. There's a profound idea and lesson for all of us here. Ein lashir lamata, there's no minimum for an act of chesed, and that is because whatever you're doing, whether you are giving something, a physical object, food, or something else, whether you are helping in some way, whether it is words of chesed, as few words as it is, as small as the item you're giving, it is an act of chesed and it is meaningful. Why? Because often it is not just about the item that you're providing or the service that you're providing or even the words that you're saying. It is about the love and feeling and connection and concern and care that you are expressing. What you are giving is merely the vessel. And so even if you give something very small, even if you do a very short act, even if you just say a word or two, that can be very impactful because it carries in it so much love and care and can lift someone up. And at the same time, chesed ein lashir lamala, there's no maximum to chesed. On the one hand, that means because there's always more chesed to do. You can always do more chesed, and we all should be doing more chesed. But it also means that in every act of chesed, don't underestimate it. Ein lashir lamala, there's no maximum of how much you can help someone or feel someone better or cheer them up. The impact can be incredible and they coexist simultaneously. Ein lashir lamata, even in a small 1 or 2 words, a small deed, a small gift. Ein lashir lamala, there is no limit to the amount of love that can be contained in that, of how much it can lift someone up. I can't remember if it was on Sukkot or maybe even on Shmini Atzeres before we heard all the bad news. I said Good Shabbos or Good Yontif to someone in Shul. I wasn't really thinking much about it. It wasn't really such a thoughtful thing, but I said Good Shabbos or Good Yontif to someone, and the person responded, and it's someone who does not get as many Good Shabbos or Good Yontif greetings or wishes. And they stopped me and they said, thank you so much, Roy Hellman. It means so much to me that you always say Good Shabbos, Good Yontif to me. And I could tell it meant so much to them. And I was taken aback because I didn't really mean so much about it, honestly. Just kind of naturally what one says. But it struck me, and days later I went and I found that person. I wanted to tell them, I wanted to thank them because they didn't realize what they had done for me. The truth is that at that time, for whatever reason, I was feeling a little down. I was feeling like, oh, what am I accomplishing? I should be doing so much more. And when the person shared with me, it made me realize, oh, um, and it's true for all of us, uh, we can certainly, and we do, we touch people in ways we don't know, ways we don't appreciate. And his thank you to me cheered me up and made me feel so much better. Chesed ein l'shir lamata ve'ein l'shir lamala. There is no minimum. A small deed can be so impactful, ve'ein l'shir lamala, and we cannot appreciate the impact it can have and how it can lift someone up. This Sunday has been declared through a grassroots movement and now endorsed by many national organizations, including the National Council of Young Israel and many others, that Sunday is a day, a global day of loving kindness. You can see the website, Global Day of Loving Kindness. We should begin thinking about chesed today, but especially on Sunday, let us join the entire Jewish people, join Jews around the world. Jewish unity, feeling close to other Jews is so important right now within our community and beyond it, between America and Israel and the entire world. And do something small. Send a note, call someone, do a chore in the house that you wouldn't normally do, find some place to volunteer. Do some small act, because every act of chesed is important. Every act of chesed increases the light and the love and the holiness and the peace in the world. And is that power, that will be one of the powers that dispels the darkness that unfortunately has revealed itself in the world. May we all increase our chesed. May it bond us with other people and other Jews in particular. And I wish everyone a good Shabbos and a Shabbat Shalom.